Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Garden Guitar. We have Wish Week going on here, and it is you, King Jojo 4140. You grabbed that last wish on this week, so this is especially for you, King Jojo 4140, and maybe all you Corbin fans, cause you wished for Corbin with the song called Path. Okay, so this is especially for you and all you fans out there, and perhaps fans of Gordon Guitar. This is probably why you tuned in here to this channel. So everybody, let's do this together. And we have the capo set here on the 3rd fret. All right, so with that we have 3 different chords. We have E minor, the C major 7, and D. Let's go over the chords, and we'll start with E minor. That is open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. We have the C major 7. Okay, so that goes 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, open B, and open E. And the final chord is D. And that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. All right, so we're gonna go into the strumming later. We're gonna start with this melody, and it goes over 2 chord progression rounds. So 1 chord progression round from the beginning till the very end will be E minor, C major, D, and E minor. So it both starts and ends on E minor, but we'll have slight difference when it comes to the picking patterns here in these different chords. So that's the reason for having E minor, C, D, and E minor over 2 rounds to get the full spectrum of how it's played with the melody. So we're gonna look at the first chord progression round for E minor, starting there, and we're gonna play this. So that is to play open E string in the bass, and then you're gonna play the 2nd D, open G, and open B together, and clap. And I can just mention, if you don't think it's too much maybe to handle all of these strings, it's always the last note, the highest note there, that is the important note. So if you think it's too much to handle both the D string and G and B, you can skip the bass notes, the D and G, and just go with the B string. But as many strings as you can get will be better, in my opinion, and give more depth to the pickings here. So that's the reason for me mentioning all of these strings. But if you can just go with the bass strings, open E, and then answer with the open B, that is good enough. All right, so just want to highlight that. Let's see, we mentioned all the notes here in the first E minor. It was open E string, then the 2nd D, open G, and open B together, and the clap. That's it. Let's move on to the C major chord. You're gonna pick 3rd A, 2nd D, and open G together, and a clap. That's it. Then over to D. You're gonna pick all the strings there from the actual chord. That will be open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. And again, if that is too much for you, the bass string, the open D string, and the last string, in this case the high string, the 2nd fret E string, those are 2 important strings. So it's enough to just kick them if you cannot do more than that. And then you're gonna play 3rd B string and a clap. So that's the D part, 1 kick, then 3rd B and clap. And then into the final E here in this first part, you're gonna play like this. Okay, so that is to pick open E string, and then open G, open B, and open high E together. Then open B, clap, and open B. And that ends the first round of E minor, C, D, and E minor. Now over to the second round, and it starts in the same way with E minor. No changes there. But then the C major, you will add an extra note to it, and that will be the open B string. So that is the important note now in this second round. So you play third A, second D, open G, and the open B. If that is too much to handle all 4 strings, you can skip the D and G string here. The bass note, third A, and open B is important. So pick all of these if you can, and a clap. And that's it. Then the D chord that comes after it, it's played in the exact same way as the previous D. It's played like that. And then we have the final E minor part, just a slight change there compared to the last E minor in the first round. It is to play like this. It's actually just the final note that is different. You're gonna pick all the open strings there. So open E, open G, open B, and open high E together. And then open B, clap. And we ended with the open B string in the first round. This time you're gonna end with the open G string. And that's the difference. So 2 very similar rounds and 1 full round, so to speak, that covers 2 chord progression rounds goes like this. Right. Now you can go over to the strumming if you wish. So we have a strumming pattern that is divided into 2 different parts. So we're going to look at the transition from E minor to C major, all right, the first 2 chords. So E minor part 1 is played like this. So that is down, up, clap. And then you immediately change to the next part, part 2, and the next chord, in this case the C major, and play down, up, clap, up. So it's 1 down first, short pause, and then up, clap, up. If you want to do the clap up or the clap down in the end, it's up to you what feels more convenient. I go with the up, but it's anyway the same there. So that's part 2, down, up, clap, up. So if you combine these 2 parts and these 2 chords, it will be like this. Okay, and then you just continue with the same principle here. The next 2 chords, D, part 1, and E minor, part 2. And that is 1 chord progression round, basically, because no changes there. You have E minor, C, D, E minor, C, D, E minor throughout the entire song. So a couple of rounds with strumming. This chord progression goes like this. And that, my friends, wraps it up for Corbin's Path. King Jojo, thank you for interacting with me here, Goring Guitar. Like I mentioned, you grabbed the last spot here in this Wish Week. We had a fantastic week here. A lot of songs, I don't know how many, maybe 20 or so, maybe more, I'm not sure. But yeah, you took the chance and you are here on Goring Guitar. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who helped us to get great songs out there, and it's nice to help you out to really get what you want. So make sure you continue to comment here on Goring Guitar. Wish for your songs. We have every Wednesday wish songs, at least 1, and we will have weeks as well in the future. That's for sure. So thank you for support, guys, and hope you subscribe, everybody who hasn't done that yet, and tune into Goring Guitar. Thank you for support, and till next time, play tuned.